Thanks for taking the time to meet today. I can't be with you live, but either Wayne or David can walk you through the process should you decide to proceed with the few $100 investment to assess your candidates and profile existing employees. So 3 questions we typically like to ask up front is 3 years from now, where do you hope your business to be? What is your biggest unsolved human capital problem? And what brought you to the Winslow demo today? Just by way of background. So first of all, we'd like to say that Winslow is the only assessment on planet Earth that refuses to print fictitious reports. I mean, the dirty little secret of the assessments industry is that 30% of assessments aren't worth the paper reports are written on. Winslow guarantees both accuracy and objectivity, as we'll see. Passwords are recycled for free when assessments are deemed invalid or positively biased, up to 3 attempts. And let me start by opening up the Winslow firewall. Permission to share my screen as we go behind this firewall to view real Winslow analysis and reports. The candidate or employee names have been changed to protect the individual's privacy, and we promise an honest 20-minute demo plus Q&A. Let's review 3 Winslow profiles. As you might gather, it's quite an intuitive and user-friendly interface. Jason Massey, shown here, has taken 30 to 40 minutes to answer the 300 questions. The analysis measures 4 quadrants, 24 traits. Now, the background of Winslow, it actually has an athletic derivation used to predict top sports performance, including the Olympics. Now, the reports immediately convert from a hiring tool to a coaching and development tool once a candidate is hired, and profiles are uniquely legal to use in hiring because they compare the candidate with the requirements of the job. The green boxes that you see here indicate traits that are highly correlated with job success. High flexibility, for example, is not always an advantage. Net scores above plus 35 indicate a strong candidate for a specified role. And if we look at Jason, he scores plus 58 with 0 concerns for this role, which is the sales representative role. This predicts likely future behavior in the role. His results are valid and objective. We look at the scores, 23 out of 30 for objectivity, and accuracy, 29 out of 30. Now, people often hire using a rear view mirror. Winslow uses the windshield. Personality predicts behavior if accurately measured. Now, we can flip the script. If we have a less than ideal candidate, and often they are when they come to us, and we notice a number of concerns, we can say to the individual, the candidate, if the behavior is predicted by the scores in the red boxes show up in the workplace, it may greatly limit your success with us. Can we talk about that? And they typically say yes. Then, more than any other time, they are like soft putty in our hands because, one, they want to do what it takes and will make a commitment to develop from day one, rather than us finding out months later that they're inadequate in areas, and it's much harder to guide transformation at that point. Now, looking now at Michael, he has multiple traits landing in the red boxes, or we'd say multiple concerns. Michael would interview very well, though, looking at his scores, but he does have underlying issues. Now, underperformance in a role is predicted with more than 3 red concerns. Extra effort here would be required by employers to help these people succeed. And of course, preventing bad hires saves money, time, and resources. Now, Michael scores negative 27 with 9 concerns, which means he's a very high risk candidate, most likely a wrecking ball. We have one questionnaire that can assess more than 10 different roles, up to about 30. And in fact, we can customize those overlays as well. All you do is you give us the titles and the weekly job activities. What typically will they be doing day to day and week to week? This allows us to do comprehensive profiling. In a different role, Jason drops from a plus 51. Traits get evaluated based on the context, the actual job activities. Jason is, however, a very versatile candidate with high scores on key traits, and candidates may fit multiple roles. Now, looking now at Devon, he scores -5, so around 0, with 5 concerns. So he's got about an average probability of doing an average job in that role. He scores very high on recognition, which means he has a need to be recognized and acknowledged by others. But he scores low on conscientiousness and nurturance, which means areas that need coaching have been accurately identified. Can we make Devon work? Well, while Winslow assessments are a tool for hiring, they're also a tool for coaching at the onboarding process. And our 5-step confident hiring solution takes the subjectivity out of the hiring even before money is spent on assessments. Step 1, we have initial filters on CVs and cover letters. Step 2, we have video interviews with knockout questions to screen out the results. And the second part of step 2 is a 15-question recorded Zoom room interview, which is shared with the interviewing or the recruitment panel that you set up. You identify the top candidates and only the best proceed. So then at step 3, we're investing in Winslow assessments, typically 2 or 3 passwords per role, as assessments are expensive. Around $199 each. Steps 1 and 2 help reduce your costs. Profiles typically take 25 to 50 minutes to complete, as we saw with Jason Massey. You have easy access to job position lists, so you can profile candidates and indeed current employees across roles. This is very efficient for better hiring and development decisions. You are quickly identifying poor fits or misfits. Videos and knockout questions streamline the process, and 2 to 3 Winslow profiles on the top candidates help you make the final decision. The profiles are then a powerful tool for development, which are included in the manager's report. So you don't need an outside consultant, you can do it yourself. Strengths and concerns are easily highlighted. It's a very powerful tool for internal promotions. You can start by purchasing 2 or 3 profiles. As I said, it's just $199 each, or you can purchase a 10-pack, receive discounts against that, and have your own client portal set up. So I'll now hand over to the people who've been your custodians, your escorts through this process. We then have a number of other solutions which may or may not be appropriate depending on the results that we see from Winslow. And that's either for your candidates you've just onboarded or for your existing team. So we look forward to working with you if that's something that would represent a fit for both sides, and look forward to connecting with you in the future.